Okay, we're now very thirsty. There's a stone slab here. Let's get that. Okay, we're now dying of thirst. If we stay here for one more move, we're dead. But you see something under the slab. But we can't hang around to get that right now because we're about to die. So let's go northwest to safety. Okay, we're in a sunny but cool area. There's a pool of water, mud banks by it, and there's a holiday cottage to the northwest. There's a path to the west. All southward directions lead to the desert. And there's a diamond here. Okay, you notice it says the word bank. So again, there's a bank here. Okie doke. What I'm going to do now is drop a few items. I'll drop the glasses. And I'll drop the bones as well. Okay. It says I'm dying of thirst, but it's okay. As long as I don't go into a desert and get more thirsty, I won't die. So it doesn't really matter if I'm dying of thirst right now. But it will be remedied soon enough anyway. If I go west... Okay. There's a hermitage here, withdrawals only. Again, that's a pun. That indicates that it's a bank from which you can only withdraw items. Okay, there's a southwest path leading between two pillars. Let's stay out of the hermitage for now. For now, we'll just go between these two pillars. Okay, those two pillars we passed are monoliths, which we just passed through. And we're in a circle of all these stones. So there are 3 triliths to the northwest, southwest, and southeast, and 2 monoliths which we've just passed. Now, if we try going in any direction other than the way we came, an invisible force blocks our path. What we need to do is we need to complete the circle of triliths so that it looks like Stonehenge, and then the force fields will disappear. So if we go up and drop the slab onto those 2 monoliths, then we complete the circle. And we're now at Smallhenge, it calls it, Smallhenge. Okie doke, let's go southwest first. Now there's some water here which we can drink. Now I'll stop complaining about being dying of thirst, you know. Okay, we've drank the water and let's fill the bottle as well. It's not actually necessary to fill the bottle with water here, but it just makes it more efficient for what we're about to do in a minute. Okay, let's go northeast. Now let's try going in a southeasterly direction. Okay, there's a noble dwarf here, moaning with a hangover, so let's give him a headache pill. Give him the capsule. Okay, the dwarf is very grateful. And he leaves us a circlet, which we should get. Let's go northwest. Let's try going northwest from here. There's a flute. Let's get the flute. Okay. And back into the middle. Now we can't go back the way we came to the northeast until we break the circle of Smallhenge. So let's do that. Oops. Let's not drop the slab, I've already done that. I need to get the slab. Okay. If we now go down, we find that we've left Smallhenge now. And we can just drop the slab, it's of no more use. Okay, let's go east back to the pool. And let's go back to the deserts. Let's see what the item was that was behind that stone slab, now that we're not thirsty anymore. It was a small silver figurine of a horse, with a square hole in one side. Let's take that with us. And let's go back to where we were. That's west. Okay. And now, just because it keeps moaning that we're thirsty, we'll drink the water that we just filled our bottle with. And let's now drop the bottle. Okay. Let's take the diamond and go northwest into the holiday cottage. There's a corkscrew here and a strange lamp. There's a table covered with green felt, and there's a door heading west. And it's a magical recreation room. Now, let's go west. We're in a room with an obvious exit east, and a sign dangling from the roof reading Kitchen and pointing north. And that sign is obviously meant to spell kitchen, which suggests they're outside a restaurant, Beelzebub's restaurant. So this is a good place to say the password, which we were told to say by that hidden message in that sandwich we found at the beginning of the game. So, the question is, what's the password? We don't know, it didn't say on the notes, so we can only assume that he wanted us to say the word password. Okay, the food taster steps out of the door, he thanks you and he gives you a pearl, so let's take that with us. Okay, let's go back to the pool. Now this is where there was a bank, and I'd like to deposit some items here. But to get to the bank, we actually need to dig a hole first. Okay, it's mud bank, alluvial section, deposits only. Okay, so let's deposit some of these items. I want to deposit the flute and the rope, the diamond, the circlets, yeah, that's right, yep, the circlets, and the pearl. Okay, now I also want to take some items out, but this bank won't let us. Oh, you'll notice I haven't deposited the cross. I need the cross, and you'll see why in a minute. I want to withdraw some items, so let's go into the Hermitage, which is withdrawals only. Let's go north. Okay, let's withdraw the key, the flask, the cards, and the sword. Okay, let's get all these items. Okay, and let's leave. Now, if we didn't have the cross with us at that point, the hermit would have angrily slammed the door on us, locking us in the cell forever. So that's why I needed the cross. Let's go east, and let's deposit the cross now, because it's a treasure. Okay, the cross is now in my account. Let's go northwest, and let's take these items now. Okay, now if you try opening the flask at any other time, it won't let you, you're just unable to open the thing. But you can open it now, because I've got the corkscrew on it in my inventory. And it holds water, which seems fairly useless given that we had a bottle of water before, but it is actually important, and we don't need the corkscrew anymore, it's served its purpose, so let's drop that. Okay, now we're in a magical recreational room, and there's a green felt table, so here's an ideal place for playing the cards. If you play them anywhere else, they just disappear and nothing happens. We first should shuffle the cards at least twice, otherwise, again, nothing happens. And now let's play the cards. Okay. You deal 4 cards and see that they are the 4 of spades, the ace of hearts, the 4 of diamonds, and the 2 of clubs, before they all disappear. Okay, so there we go, they've all disappeared, that's it, that's it for the cards. The relevance of all that will be explained later. Okay, let's carry on then. So I've played cards, let's go southeast and pick up the remaining items now that I've got enough room in my inventory. Okay, northwest, west. Okay, let's go into the kitchen of Beelzebub's restaurant. Okay, a goblin is coming towards us, and he's going to kill us, but not if we kill him first. There. Okay, let's now... Okay, a ring is set in the floor. Pulling the ring doesn't work, but turning it does. Okay, let's go down. We're in an ancient room. there is a pentacle, whatever that is, I assume it means some sort of pentagram, marked on the ground, containing a demon of hideous aspects, and there's a large cauldron bubbling away here. Now, we want to go past the pentagram. We do that by breaking it first, and then we can move across it. But if we do so, the demon kills us, so we first need to do something with the demon. To do this, to deal with the demon, we should try throwing water at it. And the reason that flask was useful is because the water inside it is holy water, and that kills the demon. Okay, so we can now safely break the pentagram. And while we're here with the cauldron, we might as well boil those bones and see what happens. Okay, a large man steps out and he tells you he can't handle earthly things, but he'll help us if he can. Okay, so we now have a large man with us, which is nice. Let's go north. Okay, an ugly troll is lumbering towards us. Now, we all know that trolls hate sunlight, so let's try shining the lamp at him. On. Lamp. Okay, the lamp gives one large flash, and it turns the troll to stone. Now, if we didn't have the sunglasses in our inventory at that point, then the lamp flash would have killed us as well. It didn't kill the large man who's with us, fortunately. If you look on our inventory, you see it says you've got the dark glasses, which you're wearing, so you don't need to actually physically type wear glasses. You just okay. Now let's look at what we have. There's a large hole in the roof far above us. Okay, and there's a stone troll standing here. Now this is a difficult part of the game as well. What do we do now? The only useful place to go is upwards through this hole in the roof. But how on earth can we do this? We do this using the figurine, the horse figurine. Now the key that we have in our inventory isn't a key in the normal sense. It doesn't open any doors. It is in fact a wind-up key. It can be used to wind things, and is in fact used for winding the figurine, because you'll remember the figurine had a small square hole set in the side. So let's try winding the figurine. Okay, you place the key in the horse's side and wind. The horse grows and you drop it, and it turns into a living winged stallion, and it stares at the troll fascinated. If you do that at any other point other than a place where there's a stone troll, then the horse just flies off. But because of the stone troll, it stays there long enough for you to actually ride the thing. So let's ride the figurine out through the roof. Okay. It turns back into a figurine. The large man appears to have come with us, which is nice. Let's get to the figurine now that it's turned back to a treasure. Okay, let's now go west. So we're on a ledge by a cliff, and there are paths east and west. Let's go west. And there's a cave to the south, and a faint noise seems to come from it. So let's go south into the cave. A cloud of bats descends. The man cries out. The bats bow before him and carry him off in honour. So he must have been some sort of special vampire. Okay, this is a large cave, empty save for guano and shards of broken bottles, looking as if they belong in a blood bank. So it's another bank. The exit is back the way you came. So let's deposit some items here. Let's deposit the figurine and the sword, because we don't need those anymore. And let's withdraw the rope and the flute.